Through dangers untold and hardships unnumbered, I have fought my way here to the castle beyond the Goblin City to take back the child that you have stolen. For my will is as strong as yours, and my kingdom is as great. You have no power over me. If you're a child of the 80s, you know exactly what movie that came from. And there is something that really, even as a grown woman, that still speaks to me just the same as it did my smaller self about this quote. Now, I could get into the decoding of the child that has been stolen, but I'm going to save that for another time. Today, I want to talk about will. For my will is as strong. And if we're not using our will, it's being used against us. Absolutely. We're living in times of such great uncertainty. And if we're not using our will, it is being used against us. What is will? Thy will be done. For me, it's important that we strengthen and exercise our will. And there's a way to do this, and it's called sadhana. I do what's called a sadhana of surrender, and it's done 4 times a year for 21 days to make a break a habit. And it's a time where I've sat down and taken inventory of my own life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. How am I doing? What am I liking? What am I not liking? What do I want to invite in? Because you can invite something in and then maybe do it for a couple times and then something else comes and gets in the way and you forget about it. So this is a time that you are engaging with your higher self. You are having communication with your higher self. You have dedicated, you have vowed to yourself to do this. And you sit in a space that you have dedicated, a sacred space where you're going to move through this. You're going to surrender to the practice of it all. There is such life transforming power. It's transformative power. I promise you, your life will change. You will grow. You will evolve. You will fall in love with it. You will see results of it if you surrender to it. Now, for the 3 weeks before the changing of the season, so the crossings, the solstices, the equinoxes, before that happens, I will take 3 weeks and I will engage in a daily practice of sadhana. And that is a time for me to invite something that I want to create a new algorithm for myself, let's say. So one thing that's easy for me to talk about is a relationship with food. Now, summer's been great, but we're moving into a different season and we eat differently with the seasons. So I will usually engage in what's called intermittent fasting. So 16 hours of no food, 8 hours of food. And that will really help me become aware of what I'm putting in my body, because I'm going to make really good choices of the quality of food that I am feeding myself, because there's 16 hours in between when I eat and when I don't eat. It's things that will be eliminated out of my life. So no, for me, it's Hollywood. I do like a good fantasy movie now and then, but that steals your container of awareness from you, and it's such predictive programming. However, when I take the 3 weeks and just purify myself from it and I engage in a healthier, let's say, choice of how I want to spend my time and my container of awareness. And so maybe reading. Do you want to read? You don't read, but you want to read? This would be perfect. You dedicate time to yourself. You surrender to it. And sometimes you might not want to do it, but because you've surrendered to it and it's something that you've decided to do with your higher self, and to strengthen your will and to use your will for empowerment of yourself and to take back that child that has been stolen. Maybe it's just five pages a day, but before you know it, those 5 pages will be 25 pages, and then the book will be done. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And I expanded from that book, or something I read in the book. I had a spiritual experience. I don't know. What else? Sadhana of surrender. That's my invitation to you. Join me for 21 days. So your kingdom is as great. May you have a beautiful day. Thanks for checking in. And September 1st. Now is a really good time to sit down and take inventory and decide what it is you want. For example, okay, 1 year, spring sadhana of 2022, I really wanted to find an exercise that worked for me and my body, and just because I hate exercising. But I found Qigong, Qigong, if you want to look it up. Lots of tutorials on YouTube. Qigong. It is science and spirituality. It is medicine for the mind, body, spirit. I still do it now. I love it. It is a part of my life, Qigong. And that comes from spring of 2022. I've been doing sadhana since 2018, I do believe. So a while, because there is such transformative power in this ritual. There is power in ritual. And for the summer solstice sadhana, for a summer sadhana, I invited in breath work. So I started doing intentionally every day breath work. If you look up on YouTube, Breathe with Sandy, awesome. Still doing it. I'm still doing it. And it's something that I will continue to do with this sadhana. So I always evaluate my relationship with food, my relationship with how I'm spending my time, my relationship with my body, my relationship with my creator, the greatest of spirit, if you will. Will you join me for sadhana this September? That's my doggy. He's 17 and he has a collapsed trachea, so he's honking. This is empowering for yourself. It makes your queendom strong. It strengthens you. It makes it great. It empowers you. Again, if you're not using it, it's being used against you. And this is my invitation to walk with me. I'll be right there, right beside you. And even when I don't want to do it, I'm still going to do it. I will do it. And you can too. Anyways, have a beautiful afternoon, day, morning, whenever you're watching this. And again, you don't need to do it at the exact same time as that. You can pick, do it for a week if you want. I highly do recommend the 21 days to create the new pattern. And you will see a difference in your life. You will feel elevated. You will come out with a sense of completion, accomplishment, success, and you will feel better for it.